Even before the ink dries on the Gazette notice published by the Transitional Authority, outlining the list of functions that have been allocated to the 47 county governments, the Council of Governors is up in arms, accusing the national government of conspiracy to stifle devolution.
It has largely become clear that the issue at play is not capacity, but vested interests keen to maintain the status quo.
The Transition Authority has uniformly devolved 11 functions to the 47 counties after an analysis of the functions that the county governments had applied for in relation to their capacity to execute them. Though county roads is a function allocated to the county governments by the Constitution in the 4th schedule, none of the counties has been assigned the function in the Gazette notice published Monday, a situation the Council of Governors says will throw the county government's budgets into disarray.
The TA is indeed deficient of technical capacity to reclassify roads like they have done now, to the extent of leaving counties the role of maintaining the equivalent of cattle trucks and inter-village paths. I think that is what they would like counties to do. That where you have roads to the cattle dips, those are the county roads. The ones between one village and another village will be done by the governors. We do not understand how the transition authorities have come up with this type of classification.
The Transition Authority in the Gazette notice has left the county roads construction function to the Kenya Rural Roads Authority and the Kenya Urban Roads Authority. The Transition Authority insists that most counties have no immediate capacity to handle some of the functions and that transfer of functions must be gradual during the 3-year transition period provided for in the Constitution.
According to the Transition Authority, they have transferred all the functions equally. So how can they be peddling around lies that some counties are not ready? All the counties are the same in this Gazette notice. Where kwenda angalia? The Ministry of Roads do not want to hand over KERA. They want to hold on to fuel levy. As simple as that.
Rural electrification is yet another function that the Transitional Authority has declined to transfer to the county governments. This function has been left to the Rural Electrification Authority, and the funds allocated to both the national government and the county projects for rural electrification will be channeled to the authority to execute the task. Governors, however, have an issue on the mode of operation.
TA is telling us that we cannot even identify. We cannot participate in identification of priorities for electrification in our counties. And that is a layman's job.
It is not all gloom, however, for the top executives in the 47 counties. The Council of Governors is in agreement with the Transitional Authority on the transfer of the payroll for the civil servants working in ministries and government agencies whose functions have been devolved.
There are too many ghosts in the government payroll, and we do not want to be responsible for dealing with people we cannot easily identify. So we've told them, you pay and give us a list of who these people you are paying for are and where their stations are. And as soon as we receive it, we confirm on site whether they are in existence or not. And then we give a check to the national government.
The 190 billion shillings allocated directly to the county governments and the 20 billion shillings equalization fund allocated to the marginalized counties will be disbursed from next week. But the row over the transfer of functions will have to be resolved before the county governments can get down to business. The controversy between the national government and the county governments over allocation of functions now heads to the Senate. Counties dissatisfied with the Gazette notice issued by the Transitional Authority allocating functions to them can individually appeal to the Senate for arbitration, and the Senate's decision will be final. The Council of Governors estimates that at least each of the 47 county governments will lose at least 250 million shillings if the county roads function is not transferred to them. Francis Gachuri, Citizen Live at 9.